there is no classification for the species, that there's no classification to identify it. Stop. I know you're going to run because you think this picture is terrible, but I'm about to show you a magical creature and I'm going to bring you into it. Look, and there's hands like an X. There's three fingers here and an X. She has two huge eyes. This is the outline right here. She's between these two trees. Just let your eyes adjust. Let me bring you into your imagination for a brief moment, not including to the face that they have right here. Let me explain. The X is a magical symbol and what some of them have been known to carry, but what I think is this is the hands. Here is the mouth, and you can see the total bridge right between here and the eyes, right next to a sunbeam. And if you look closely, it is energy. The X, is it energy? Is she appearing in magic, like between two beams, between the light that looks like a sun, or is it not a sun that we just look up to it and we think it's a gleaming light between these two trees? The eyes are huge. Just let your eyes adjust. It's no wonder why we cannot see them. Look closely right here at the cross. These are the hands of it. These two trees, it's between. It has huge eyes, and I'm about to bring you into this shadowing creature that only people can label as being a Bigfoot. That's all we know is Bigfoot. So I was walking away and turned around where that sunbeam was from where I left the gift. And I turned back as I heard her like for a brief second, which explains the blur in my camera because this is a very fraction of a second is what I'm trying to say. I just turned around back into the sun because she couldn't know that I couldn't see her when I turned back into the sun being like that. Right after I gifted it, like right there when I was walking away. So because of the magic and the sticks, the things that happen around them, but the stories of shadow and stick Bigfoots, we can't really identify as human beings or real souls. What is a shadowing Bigfoot? What is a stick Bigfoot? What is the difference between a humanoid and what might be an animal? We cannot identify. But first, let me explain that this just happened to me. This strange beam of light, as you can see, was moving around me from right to left. Every time I moved right or left, it was tracked on me, and I have the video on my last video. So after gifting an incense that makes them crazy, apparently, and I tried some incenses and I like it because I don't have to leave food, but I can leave something that smells and I like the little head. Gifting is also gifting back. Um, it turned the um, beam when I turned around looked like a sun. Now, there was a little orb that I can be written off as a bug or a camera glitch. Little thing, blue thing glowing around. But I looked very closely and it has like 8 to 12 petals and a hole in the center of it. And that does nothing for our minds saying that it's a bug. There's a hole in the center of this thing that just flew out from my gifting. As I explained, somebody moved around on this little nest, little gifting site that you can see very clearly in how it occurs on my video. And then take a chance and take a closer look. It's taller than me and even more and more imaginable besides the T's and the weird language on this tree here that you can see. Just let your eyes adjust. It has a tail coming out like it's a huge raccoon right here. Curling around the bottom quite clearly, now to me and hopefully to you at this point, that you're understanding something that you do not know. That the other figure behind it with eyes, if you're ghost hunters and whatnot, figure looks like it's about to transform. This is a protector of a thing that maybe my love and my heart and knowledge somehow to me that this is how I see them. Maybe our minds are blocked. The T, the language, the X, just let your eyes adjust. Here's the eyes. My journey to tell you the truth of what I see, and then the aftermath of Bigfooting is that there is no classification for the species, that there's no classification to identify it. But this is the X, the eyes between the two trees, and the thing which just happened to me quite recently. Let your eyes adjust. There's no classification for the species.